My grandmother made me salt every doorway in her house before sleeping. The night I forgot, I learned why she was so paranoid. I was 17 when Grandma Cecilia died and left me her house in the will. Nobody else wanted it. My parents called it that creepy old place where Mom did her weird rituals, and my older brother Derek said he'd rather live in his car than spend one night under that roof. But I'd always loved visiting Grandma, loved the way she'd bake me cookies and tell me stories about the old country, even if some of those stories gave me nightmares. So when the lawyer read the will and everyone else declined, I said yes without hesitation. The house was mine, along with one very specific condition written in Grandma's shaky handwriting at the bottom of the document. Julian must continue the salt ritual every night without fail. Every doorway, every window, never forget, never question why. My parents had laughed nervously at that part. My mother said it was just dementia talking, that Grandma had gotten paranoid and superstitious in her final years. But I remembered the ritual clearly from every visit I'd ever made. Every single night at exactly 9 p.m., Grandma would take her ceramic bowl filled with coarse salt and walk through the house, sprinkling a thin line across every threshold, every windowsill, muttering words in a language I didn't recognize. She'd done it for as long as I could remember, and she'd never explained why beyond saying, "It keeps them out, Julian. The salt keeps them out." I moved into the house 3 days after the funeral, bringing only 2 suitcases and my laptop. The place was exactly as I remembered it, slightly musty and smelling of lavender and old books, with photographs covering every wall and Grandma's collection of ceramic angels watching from every shelf. But there was something else too, something I'd never noticed during my visits, maybe because Grandma's presence had masked it. The house felt watched, not by the angels or the photographs, but by something I couldn't see or name. The feeling was strongest near the doorways, like the air itself was thicker there, pressing against you when you crossed from one room to another. I found Grandma's salt bowl on the kitchen counter, right where she'd always kept it, next to a handwritten note in her distinctive cursive. "Julian, you promised you'd continue this. I know you think I was just a paranoid old woman, but there are things in this world that don't follow the rules you learned in school. The salt works. It's worked for 63 years since I bought this house and learned what was here before me. Don't test it. Don't skip even one night. And if you ever do forget, if you ever break the protection, remember this. They can't cross running water. They can't enter without invitation after sunrise, and they fear iron more than fire. Keep Grandpa's old railroad spike under your pillow. You'll need it." The note was dated 2 weeks before she died. Like, she'd known her time was running out and wanted to make sure I had instructions. That first night, I followed the ritual exactly as I'd watched Grandma do it countless times. At 9 p.m., I took the bowl of salt and walked through the house, starting at the front door and moving clockwise through every room. I sprinkled salt across the threshold of the front door, the back door, the basement door, the bathroom door, bedroom doors, even the closets. Then I moved to the windows, every single one, creating unbroken lines of white crystals on the sills. The whole process took about 20 minutes, and when I finished, I felt ridiculous. Here I was, a high school senior who'd taken AP Physics